morning. What's up, baby? How y'all doing, baby? We are back in the building. Shout out to all of my party crashers. I love you guys so much. But honey, we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. So if you guys are here, please let me know that you are here. Okay, and everybody, when y'all come in, I want y'all to #7. Yeah, that's the number we working with tonight, y'all. #7. All right. Let me know that y'all here. We got 3 big old topics to talk about. When I tell you they are 3 huge, big old topics, they real big. Okay. And honey, I got my mouth all on this. Okay. And if you got something to say too, I welcome you to join the cast, honey. Hit that link in the chat and you can come right on up and we can have a conversation about this. And you know why? It needs to be had. Things are going to get real in 2025, y'all. Yes, they are. All right, #7. All right, so let me just give you an update. The 3 things that we're talking about tonight. Okay. Whoo! Rasheeda and Kirk. I don't know what y'all raising over there. What are y'all doing in Georgia? Rasheeda and Kirk. Y'all y'all raised a boy that's out here being a suspected killer, a murderer. Come on now. Kai, are you serious right now? And the reason why I said 7, y'all, because you know, T Hood, the guy that got killed on what was that date? Let me bring up the date. He just got killed. Damn. He just got killed. August the 8th, y'all. August the 8th. Ain't that sad? T Hood, a young man that had his whole future to look forward to, and he is gone now. His family is grieving him. You know what I'm saying? A talented young guy. I've never listened to his music, but I'm assuming he talented, right? Because he's a rapper. Okay? But he is gone. He is gone. Last month, his ass was here. Now he not here no more. And guess who took his ass out? Okay? His girlfriend brother. I was about to say sister. Shit. His girlfriend brother. And guess what? T-Hood girlfriend, which is Kelsey, honey, she is speaking out. Yeah. And she is not with what her brothers are doing. She is not with what her brothers are doing. And I got audio of Kelsey, honey, speaking out against her brothers. Okay? We got to talk about this, y'all. This is huge. And the family said, you know how many times Kai shot T Hood in the back? Huh? 7 times, y'all. 7 times. Are you serious? 7 times. You shot that boy 7 times in the back. What type of self-defense is that? 1 time, okay. But after all the mother shots, pow, 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 you shooting to kill. You shooting with intent. So don't come with me with the bull crap. Okay? That's first. Don't play in my face. And then you coming out here talking about the reason why you did it because of domestic dispute. Where are the injuries? Where are the police report? Where was she getting treated for any hospital? I don't see Nan. Okay? And I heard that girl talking to the family of T Hood. Her mouth didn't sound swollen, and she sounded like she was very upset. She said she mourning too. That was her boyfriend. That was the love of her life. She didn't want her brothers to go ahead and do that 7 times in the back. And you want to sit up here and lie mouth, mother effing face talking about self-defense. And then y'all want to run around talking about some, well, you know, he got detained, but the police ain't do nothing. He ain't make no arrest. So, well, that don't mean nothing. Hell, Rasheeda and Kirk are millionaires. They've been in Atlanta. They got their roots, their claws in Atlanta for I don't know how long. Too long, 40 years, 50 years. You know they got the police in their back pockets. Hell, they tell me Shaq, he got a few bodies. And he got the police in their back pocket. He been had the police in their back pocket. So please, when it comes to these celebrities, honey, y'all are in a whole different game field. So just spare me with the bull crap and what the media try to put out here, trying to say domestic dispute. make it sound like a goddamn manageable domestic dispute. So I said, well, damn, Kay, was he beating your ass? She ain't say that. She ain't bring out no injuries or nothing like that. And how she was offending or taking out for her boyfriend and condoning her brother action 7 times in the back. And you notice how the media, they didn't say 7 times in the back. They try to soften the blow. So that let your ass know that the po-pos and the media is working on whose side? Hollywood side. Hollywood side, because you and I both know if this was Pookie around a damn corner and he shot somebody 7 times in the back, his ass will be in jail. No questions about it. It'll be headlines all over this mother effer talking about somebody shot 7 times in the back. Come on now. Come on now. Don't do me like that. And then we got to talk about that Shakira Richard girl. The girl that runs so fast. Honey, I don't know what she got going on. First of all, let me tell you what I thought about her ass. I thought she was a damn lesbian. What happened with that? Hell, y'all switch. Y'all don't know if y'all want to be gay, straight, bi. God damn, would you just pick a goddamn lane and stay there? Hell, I thought he's a homosexual. Hell, I really think that both of them are lesbian or homosexual and they're trying to make this shit work. Okay, and it ain't working. Okay, honey, let me tell you. Shakira, honey, she was at the airport, girl. And honey, she has gotten beside herself. I know she be whooping his ass behind closed doors because in the public, she was pushing on him and hitting him and throwing shit at him. And his ass was just taking it like a goddamn bottom. I said, well, damn, who raised the dick in the relationship? Shakira got a strap on, must be 10 inches, honey. Okay, because how he just taking that shit. So I got the video footage of that too. We'll talk about it. So let me tell y'all. So Shakira, honey, she got arrested, girl, not taking no accountability whatsoever. Talk about you can't arrest me, I ain't do nothing, that's my boyfriend, we was arguing. Bitch, shut the hell up. You need to be accountable because you know why, Shakira? Because you are disrespectful to the damn public. If I'm in an airport, I don't want to see that shit. It's kids around Shakira and you over here fighting and beating on him. Keep that shit behind closed doors. And you should know better. You got all these accolades and all this celebrityism and you would think with that much clout and that much money, you'll learn how to behave yourself. But hell no, y'all so damn unruly and disrespectful. You don't care about nobody. You're supposed to be a representation of black women in athlete sports. And look at your ass, okay? And honey, once she got arrested, you know what she did? She threw that man under the bus, girl. She gonna tell the cops, oh yeah, he be beating on me. The fuck? Ain't no video footage of him beating on you, Shakira. Okay? Yeah, that's what she said. And, girl, honey. And then after everything was gone, she came back with a video, fake ass video. I don't accept her apology because it was fake as hell. She talking about some, well, she's gonna go to get some help and she take full accountability. And it came from her childhood trauma. Girl, if you got childhood trauma like that, you don't need to be in no damn relationship. And I don't know what's wrong with that boy. You know, that boy, he didn't drop no charges. He said he's not a victim. Clearly, his ass like getting whooped on. I don't know what's wrong with him, but something got to be up with him if he's allowing this girl to beat on him in public behind closed doors, and then she ruined your reputation talking about you are abusive. She called you abusive on camera in the cops. That could have ruined his reputation. He's a woman abuser, you know? But his ass don't care. Like I said, I think he's probably really down low or gay, and he just need this relationship. She probably got, you know what I mean? Hell, these gay men and down low men, they are desperate for a relationship, but I don't know no straight man that would just let a woman just beat on him and talk to him like a bitch, okay? Like a straight up bitch. That's some new shit for me, honey. Okay, like these men out here wearing skirts. Ain't that some shit? But anyway, girl. Oh, and we got to talk about Trump. Let's get the likes up. Are y'all enjoying the show right now? I told y'all today we're going to be savage, we're going to be raw, and we're going to be kind of ghetto like we used to be back in the day. But Trump. Okay, so a lot of people are upset about Trump, and let me tell you why. Well, you know, things are changing. Trump told y'all he was going to put his foot on the ground. Trump told y'all that he was going to clean this shit up. Y'all voted for Trump. Most of the black men voted for Trump. And I know you want to say, well, when you look at the thing, most black men voted for Democrats. Bullshit. Hell, I talk to niggas. I talk to black men. I talk to a lot of black men, and I don't know no black man that voted for Democrats. I'm just gonna be real with you. Only man I know or I hear that vote for Democrats are gay men. Gay men vote for Democrat. But all the straight men I know allegedly, well, they straight, but they all, wanted for the man in red that I know of. I'm sure it's a lot, but a lot of them didn't even vote. To be honest with you, a lot of guys that I talked to, they didn't even vote. They said they ain't voting. A lot of them feel like their vote don't count. A lot of them feel like they ain't vote for no Democrats. They kind of irritated or can't stand Democrats, whatever, whatever. So anyway, I say all that to say, hey, your ass should have voted because now your ass are really gonna feel it. Okay. And maybe it's a difference because when I talk to certain people, they like, some black men, it was like, good, let the thugs, they don't care about thugs because they're not a thug. So it's a whole cracks in the thing. But then some people do feel it. I don't know. All I know is Trump is coming for you. 1, 2, Freddie coming for you. Trump. Trump coming for everybody in this motherfucker. They said he got his goons on the ground, honey. He didn't put out 800 National Guards, girl, in DC. Okay. And he said, oh, your bastard ass 14-year-old son. Oh, yeah, he's getting charged as an adult. Let his ass out here do some criminal shit. Trump said he's charging him as an adult and he's not playing. He told the police that if any of y'all spit on him or spit on the police or getting up in their face, they have the right to knock your ass out and do whatever they want to do. So a lot of people are upset about that, but they can't do shit about it because y'all voted for this shit. I mean, you already knew what time was. I knew what time was. Hell, that's why I'm preparing and just hiding out now. Hell. You got to know what time it is. And it ain't going to get no better. Hell, it's going to get worse, 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 and worse. So we just have to see, honey. But are y'all prepared? Honey, let me tell you how I'm prepared. I know it sounds crazy, but listen, if we're going back into America, if we're going back into what, 1980s, 1960s, or 1950s, honey, you better get you a man. Hell. I know it sounds fucked up, but hell, this is the times we going in. I see a lot of girls out here. They talking about, well, women, we're more educated than these men are, and we're more this and we're more that. And I'm like, I don't think that's a nice, good idea to be braggadocious in the world when men still control most of the shit and they seeing this shit. And they're gonna fight back. Men are more emotional. Men are very competitive, and y'all out here bragging like y'all just got the crown. Hell, when I tell you the Christian men, have y'all been hearing about what the national Christian men are planning to do, honey? They are planning to take this shit back. They don't want women to vote. Hell no. They are working on a plan right now where women can't even vote, girl. Hell no, they about to take their power back, honey. They about to make this shit where, only certain men are getting the education and getting the good jobs. Ooh, I don't understand why you got here doing the bragging. Listen, man, I would not let my enemy know I'm beating them. Hell no, I shut my ass up, be humble, and just be thankful. All this braggadocious y'all doing, all this shit, honey, when I tell y'all gonna wish y'all would have sit your ass down somewhere. And that goes for all minority groups. Y'all out here bragging and huffing and puffing. And you really don't got no power. Because once this administration gonna roll up on your ass, what you gonna do? Nothing. Okay. So yeah, we gotta talk about that. And also in New Jersey, they have a new law where if your 14-year-old is out here doing more crimes, then they are going to charge adults. The parents going to get 90 days in jail, or they're going to have to pay a fine of $2,000. In Ohio, they are passing laws about public schooling where if your kid go to public school, ain't no more yellow bus for y'all. It's only for private schooling. You're going to have to really pay to get more protection out here in this world. Y'all voted for this shit, so hell, here we go. So y'all ready to talk about everything? Did y'all like my little intro? You know, most of these people on YouTube, they hit you with music, 5 minutes, 10 minutes music, or whatever. I thought about doing that, but I know me. When I hit somebody's shit, I don't want to hear no music. I don't want to hear no goddamn shout outs. I want to hear what you gotta say. God damn it. Hell, I got time. Man, I don't got time to waste. Say what the fuck you gotta say and move the hell on. Okay, so let's get into some things. Thank you, Robert. Robert said, "How it's going, baby? It's going, honey. It's going." Robert, I was telling him earlier today, you know, I don't know if you know, Robert, but I love me some wigs, okay? Press 7 if you know I love me some wigs. Honey, I love wigs. Listen, I got a whole bunch of wigs, but I'm always going to buy some wigs because I love wigs. I don't know what it is. Listen, I love wigs. Girl, I got me a braided wig, right? That shit came in the mail. I put that wig on and I felt like Shaniqua. Okay. I felt like Shaniqua Chanel Monte. Okay. Girl, I put that shit on. Mind you, it was already pre-cut, pre-bleach, pre-knotted. It had all the damn works. Girl, it looked like it was coming from my damn scalp. Fool me. Okay. A quick transition, okay? Child, I bumped the music. I saw dancing around the house like a goddamn ballerina. I saw twerking. Honey, I was in a music video. I got my camera out. I was recording myself with different cute filters, honey. I was feeling myself, okay? I did that for 15 minutes. I was surprised the dance moves I was doing. I was like, damn. Child, that shit wore me the hell out. Afterwards, I was so damn sleepy. I said, what the fuck did I do? Goddamn, that was a workout. I didn't even realize it. I had to throw that goddamn wig off my head. I was getting hot. I was like, ooh, let me go up here and run my mouth and do this live stream, honey. So that's where I'm at. That's how I'm feeling. I'm still wore out from doing all that dancing with that wig on, shaking my ass and shaking that wig, okay? Ooh, shaking that wig and shaking that ass, dog. That's what I was doing, okay? Oh my God. You wear your natural hair? Yeah, I wear my natural hair, but let me tell you something, Kathy. I'm not like everybody else, Kathy. Kathy, I gotta be honest with you. You know, some people may see it as self-hate. So fucking be it. Maybe I do. I got some self-hate about myself, and I really don't give a damn what y'all think either. Listen, Kathy, I didn't take my grandmother's hair. Kathy, you know I got 2 grandmothers. One is full white. Did y'all know that? I just learned about that. And then I have another grandma. She's half white and half Puerto Rican. You know, I didn't get their hair. I got that ninja shit. You know, I got 4C hair. I got real kinky curly hair. And I don't like my hair pattern. I don't like the maintenance of it. I don't care for the look. I just don't like my hair. So, you know, it be looking cute after I get my hair done for that 1 day, that 2 day, but the maintenance and keep raking that shit and keep putting oil and stuff in my hair and the maintenance, I don't want to deal with it, girl. I don't. I just like to put a wig cap on, change out different wigs, and that's it. I don't want to deal with it. I really don't. So it's been plenty of years where I felt guilty and I was like, I gotta love my hair. I gotta love my hair because I don't want to be self-hating. I gotta love my hair. And I tried. But child, when I stopped getting a fucking, I said, I hate this motherfucker. I felt so much better. I felt better. I felt liberated. I felt honest. I felt free. Even though I knew it was going against what most people say, but it worked better for me. I just said, I'm not going to let people know how I really feel. I'm just going to keep it inside. But Kathy, I'm letting you know how I really feel. But don't tell nobody, girl, because you know they're going to try to judge me and shame me for it. But honestly, I don't give a damn. Okay, hell. So that's that. All right, so let me get back on this T right here. I want to play this audio. I want you guys to hear it. This is the sister, okay? This is the audio of Kelsey Frost, okay? Kelsey Frost, that's T Hood girlfriend. You are about to hear T Hood girlfriend after Rasheeda's son shot him 7 times in the back. Now, what do y'all think? 7 times in the back? Do y'all think that's self-defense 7 times in the back? Press 1 if you say, hell no, that is not self-defense 7 times in the back. Press 3 if you feel like, yeah, that is self-defense. Self-defense. It ain't no damn self-defense. 7 times? 1 time. Okay. All the other shots, you were shooting for intent. You were shooting to kill. Come on now. Come on now. 7 times in the back? And then you can't even prove that he was whooping on your sister, and she didn't even say she was getting whooped on. That comes from a personal place, Kai. I don't know if that boy was always making fun of Kai and saying he was a homosexual and stuff. Because remember, when I first did stuff about Kai, somebody exposed Kai. They had video footage of Rasheeda's son, Kai, doing some shit or showing some his backhole with a man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he was teasing him or shaming him for being gay, and he already had that shit built up like, oh, I want to take this nigga out. And when they argued, he just felt like it was a good time. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't know, honey. But all I know is 7 times in the back, that ain't self-defense. I know that. And I know people were saying, okay, it was 2 shooters. It was 2 brothers. That's what the family is saying. But in the police report, it only states 1 shooter, which is Kai. And they said they did detain him, but then they allowed him to go and they're doing an investigation. And I think the police doing that is some bull crap. I think they're showing favoritism. I think that, Rasheeda and Kirk got money on this. Rasheeda and Kirk gonna have the best lawyers. It's gonna get their buddies on the police. Everybody that's a millionaire, and they are millionaires. Everybody that's a celebrity, they always have police in the back pocket because they always facing lawsuits. They always getting in trouble, and you need the police. That's more power. And all the millionaires and celebrities, they want more power and influence. Okay. So you already know he got motherfuckers in the background. And that's why they spinning the narrative so soft of the domestic dispute. Hell. But you know what? The daughter, Kelsey, when I tell you, when you hear this, she busts all this shit out. I want you to listen to her. Listen to her, y'all. Y'all got to hear this. And let's get the likes up. I hate to keep begging for likes like I'm a homeless person on the street. Let's get the likes up asking for $1. Let's get the likes. Listen to this.
I don't know. They maybe have the wrong information. They tried to find him. They sent the little SWAT team with the little shit with the big gun. They came and he was taking his handcuffs. I told you that on the phone.
So you hear that? That's the sister talking to T-Hood family members. She's saying that her brother got detained. She said that. Now, does this sound like a woman that has been abused? Does it sound like a woman that's just so, oh my God, thank you, brother, for protecting me because he was about to destroy my life. T-Hood was about to end my life, you guys, and my brother came to support me and protect me? Hell no. Hell no. Come on now. It was not no life-threatening situation. Y'all know that, and I know it too. Come on now. Let's play that again.
But I don't know. They maybe have the wrong information. They tried to find him. They sent the little SWAT team with the little shit with the big gun. They came and he was taking his handcuffs. I told you that on the phone. I don't condone that shit. I don't give a fuck whether or not. Like, I hear what y'all are saying, but y'all, like, you can't, like, I don't condone that shit. It's more to
Thank you. She don't condone that shit. 7 times in the back. The sister don't even condone that shit. Damn. How is it the sister, it has more of a public or on the media of righteous than the police department, than the media? The media and the police have failed T-Hood. They have failed real victims because everything now is money. It's the elite. It's the power. If you are influential, you got a lot of money, you can pay for anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that is. And I'm thankful that they recorded T-Hood girlfriend exposing Rasheeda's son. She does not condone that shit. So he did that on his own. He did that on his own. Because he's trying to tell the police, Oh, I did it to save my sister. I did it because it was a domestic dispute. Bullshit. You did that on your own, man. You had something against that man personally. The sister said she don't condone that. The sister said that's the love of her life. She's still suffering and grieving from that. He did that on his own and trying to excuse it. And the police just pushing whatever narrative Kirk and Rasheeda paint them. Girl, it's a sad day in these streets.
Well, I don't understand how they would let him out if you told them that your brother shot Tevin. They supposed to have him. Okay, so
you hear that? Exactly. She told him that the brother shot Tevin. Exactly. And it was not self-defense. Does it sound like somebody that was saying self-defense? Press 7 if that sounds like somebody that was scared and they needed their brother to kill Tevin for self-defense. Press 10 if it don't sound like that. It sounds like she was not with her brother doing that. Her brother acted on his own because his brother wanted to take him out. This is a homicide. This is a homicide. Man, this is a homicide. 7 times in the back, y'all. And it's no record, no indication that T Hood had a gun on him. You may say, well, did T Hood had a gun on him? Nope. Ain't no records says he had a gun on him or he was packing. Nope. No. It was all who? Rasheeda's son. That's 7 times in the back. You know that's excessive. You know that's hate. 1 time, okay, to diffuse a problem or stop a person from doing whatever. But 7 times in the back, 7 shots in the back. That's why I have y'all #7. Because ain't nobody talking about 7 times in the back. Hell, if a police officer shot a black man 7 times in the back, wouldn't it be on all headline news? Press 2 if a white police officer shot a black man 7 times in the back. Honey, we'll stay hearing about that. Right? Right? Where Black Lives Matter at now? You know, I've been waiting to say that part. Damn, a serious question. Whatever happened to Black Lives Matter? Shit. I heard it was a whole fraud. They said it was a whole bunch of lesbians, and where they at now? Man, they didn't even last a whole decade. Black Lives Matter. Damn, that came and went, didn't it? Real quick. Shit. Damn. Oh, can y'all do anything right? Damn. Shit, y'all got Dr. Umar out here. His star has crumbled, girl. Ooh, girl. It's a shame in these streets. But when I tell you, we are at a crossroad. We are at a crossroad in America. We are at a transition in America, and this is the beginning of the transition. And I just hope and pray that you guys are prepared, you guys looking at the future, and you are thinking of the future. Don't think of the now. You could think of the now, but you want to think of the future, okay? How things are going to look 5-10 years from now, and are you going to be prepared? And I got to ask myself that every time. That's why I got to get me a good man, honey. Stand behind that man, because I know they are pushing it to be a man's world. And honey, my ass, I'm definitely going to need a man to stand behind. Do you hear me? Hell yeah. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. I just hope I pick the right one. I got a few to pick from, but I want a different batch. Okay. All right. So let's keep on going on. Let me continue to play.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna find out.
So yeah, please do it. Like I'm asking the same questions.
Woo! Party crashers, y'all. All right. So you see, she's the girl. T Hood girlfriend said, please. She's asking and begging T Hood family to seek out more information because she wants to know too. She is grieving too. She don't understand why her brother is not locked up in jail. And I tell you, sweetheart, your mama, Rasheeda and Kirk are pulling the strings behind the scenes with their big $1 million money. They're millionaires. They are pulling strings behind the scenes. That's what's happened. Just like Diddy. How oftentimes did Diddy get away with shit? All these celebrities get away with a whole bunch of stuff. Y'all know that. They be having police in the backyard, in the back pocket. Hell, and you know these police officers in the media, they all crooked, girl. Hell. Ooh, honey, I want to know what y'all thoughts about that. Comment, let me know. If you guys want to get up here and hit that link and tell me your honest thoughts about it, feel free to do so. Let's get these likes up. We can do better with the likes, y'all. We can do better with the likes. All right. And I want to know, do y'all like when I be trying to be so professional or whatever? Or do you like my ghetto side? Huh? Press 2 if you like the professional side. Press 5 if you like my ghetto side. Press 10 if you like both. Hell, you know I got multiple characters in me. You know I got different personalities and shit, girl. Okay, for ones that really know me, honey, you know I'm a shapeshifter for real. Okay, I will shift on your ass. Hell, you think you know me? Think again. Think again, girl. Okay. Oh, yesterday they like both. Okay. Okay, we got both in the house. All right, so are y'all ready to move on to the next topic, which is Shakira? Or do you guys have more questions about this case right here with Rasheeda's son and T Hood? To the family of T Hood, I just want to say, you know what? I'm praying for y'all. This is a big loss for y'all. Y'all have lost a son. He was not supposed to leave this soon. The way he went out was not, it was not called for. It was not cool at all. And old boy, Kai, he needs to serve his time in jail for doing that. You know, who else is he going to take his emotions out of and shoot him 7 times in the back? So I hope they get their justice for Kelsey. Girl, how do I feel about you, girl? You know what I feel about you, girl? Girl, I have mixed feelings about you, girl. Girl, all I got to say is this, Kelsey. If I was one of the girls on T Hood family and your ass show up at that funeral, girl, I'm going to knock you. It's going to be 2 hits, Kelsey, and it's going to be me hitting you and you hitting the damn ground, Kelsey. Okay? I know, Kelsey. I don't know. You know, Kelsey, they say you didn't call. Then they say you did call your brother. I honestly feel like you used your brother as a pawn in your war, in your battle with T Hood. I really feel like you involved other people in your relationship. I don't know if it was to scare him. I think that maybe you be feeling one way, then you change and you a flip flopper. I think you a snake. I think you snaky. I think you're really fucking snaky, girl. If I was in her situation and then my man, say the worst of the worst. We have no proof that he was whooping her ass. Have y'all? Is there any past? Did she go to the hospital last year for getting her ass whooped? Huh? Does she have any list of records of her getting treated for injuries? Any police reports of this man hitting her and knocking her up the head? Okay. Clearly, no. And she keep going back to this man. Okay. Hello. All right. If I was getting knocked out, okay, and have I been in an abusive relationship before? Hell yeah. Most of us have. Come on now, let's not act. You know my smart ass mouth got knocked before. I mean, he didn't do it too bad. You know, it wasn't hard or whatever. And I still stayed with the nigga. And I still got love for the nigga. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's not on me. Well, it is on me because I'm using an example. But if I was getting knocked out, I would not involve my brothers involved. The reason why I would not involve my family members because I don't want them to get hurt. And then I don't want them to go to jail. You know, that's how I think about others. If I'm in a situation like that, and if I want to leave, because oftentimes people in these relationships, they play victim, but they really don't want to leave. hell, I played victim. I remember times where I was crying and I was acting like I was so hurt and I wasn't. I just wanted him to buy me more shit. I just wanted him to give in. That's all. But anyway, if you really want to leave, I think the best thing you could do, or I would do, is run away. Hell, I would run away from the nigga. He wouldn't know I'd be gone. I wouldn't tell my family members because he gonna go looking for them, asking them, involving them. I don't know. Hell no. I would have to run away and be in a place where can't nobody really contact me, and I'll reach out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hell, when I'm in a safe zone. And I have some photos. Anytime he go upside my head, anytime he hit me or slap me, I would take pictures and I would go into the bathroom and I would self-record. I said, tonight it got real heated, y'all. I just asked him who was that texting him, and he was drinking and he got mad and he just slapped the shit out of me, and then he dragged me in the bathroom. And this is August the 15th at 3:14, and I'm just documenting everything that's going on right now. And look at my face. This is what he did to me. And I would document it and I'll put it up in the cloud somewhere. And so it'd be safe, and I delete it from my phone. And I have this shit built up, right? And then once I run away, I'll run. I don't know. I probably have to give me a good lawyer or have people look at all my documentary. I might even come out with a TikTok series. Let his ass know, letting the world know what the fuck I'm going through. Once I get that TikTok series and I document all that shit, I'm going to have me a good ass GoFundMe account, and I'm going to be like, I'm at a secret location, okay? Fuck, I'm at a secret location, okay? Have me a goddamn GoFundMe account where everybody gonna try to give me a good lawyer and police, and I'm gonna want his ass in jail, and he ain't gonna never see me alive, and I ain't gonna never see him alive because I'm gonna be really done, and I don't want him no more. You know what I mean? But that's how you slay a dragon. Hell, you don't get your family involved because this shit is not gonna end up right, and somebody gonna get hurt. Somebody gonna have to go to jail, and you know how men are towards each other. It's just Get do it right, okay? That's what I would do. But oftentimes when this happens, it's always tragedy. And look at the situation now. People may say, well, the brother was trying to protect. You're not protecting nobody, shooting him 7 times in the back, okay? You going to jail. You a killer, dude. Okay? And then look at the sister. She want justice for her boyfriend. That's the love of her life. Her mindset is effed up right now. So it is not protecting her because she can't even sleep at night. She probably won't be able to sleep for 5 or 10 years. She will always blame herself. She will always, feel horrible about this situation. It's not giving her peace of mind. The family, Rasheeda, Kirk, they're scared. They're panicking because their son is going to be lost in a system. And once his ass is going to jail, it's over, honey, okay? You already know. Listen. You got that sweetness in you when you young, okay? Honey, they gonna tear that ass up. Ain't they gonna tear that ass up in jail, y'all? Girl, he gonna get a lot of back shots, okay? Hell yeah. Ooh, they gonna tear that ass up. And somebody gonna bring up that video back in the day too. I bet you, okay? So, honey, he's just fucked literally all the way around, okay? He fucked me all the way around. But hell, let these niggas tell it. They say they have a good time in jail. They say it's paradise, okay? They get with all the lady boys, the transgenders in jail. And Trump is putting all them transgenders in jail, y'all. It's gonna be a whole bunch of fucking. Girl, it's gonna be a whole bunch of fucking. It's gonna be a whole bunch of STDs, everything passing around. Ladies, I would say just be celibate. You know what I mean? Listen, we keep on telling y'all most of them are down low and your ass keep on sleeping with them. That's on your ass, okay? Sit your ass down somewhere. Sex is not that serious, especially if you don't want to make a mistake and make a oops, because your ass gonna make a oops, okay? I can tell you that now. So sit that ass down. Close them legs and just be thankful that you're alive and you know what I mean? But you're gonna do what you want to do, so it is what it is. But honey, it's going, and Trump, he built more prisons and he's planning to have more black men in jail and rounding them up. They better hope Trump don't send them on a plane and take their ass to Guatemala or up in Africa. Shit. Girl, it's a damn shame, honey. Ooh, girl, you just never know in this administration in these years. But yeah, honey. What y'all gotta say about this? Are y'all enjoying my commentary tonight? Press 3 if you enjoying my commentary. You know I like to know if y'all enjoying me, girl. Okay? I know I love to be loved. Hell, okay? Oh, what you say, girl? Blaze said, I don't date high-headed men who mostly have alleged low self-esteem. I know that's right. You got standards, girl. I know that's right. But you know, most of us, we don't have high standards, you know. My standards, it fluctuates. Some seasons I have low self-esteem, and then some seasons I have very high self-esteem. It just depends on the season you catch me in. You know what I mean? Hey, thank you, girl. Thank y'all for the threes. It could be more threes. Y'all not enjoying me? Okay. She better close it down for good before they vandalize both businesses. Oh my goodness. Oh. Whew. Rasheeda possibly ready to leave Atlanta for her safety. Oh my goodness. What about her store and restaurants? I don't know. I have not heard the people really caring about this topic. I don't know if Atlanta really care about T Hood. I don't know. I don't think he's that popular. I've never heard his ass before. And hell, in the black community, a black man gets shot 7 times in the back every day. They are numb to the shit. They don't care about another black man getting shot. It's another black man getting killed right now. Do you think the black community care? Hell no. Only time the black community cares is when a white cop shoots a black man. That's when they up in arms. But black on black crime, girl, they don't give a damn about that. It's another goddamn minute and another day. They're more concerned about who's gay and who's dealing with a transgender. Okay, that's what they care about. They don't care about no black man shooting a black man. Shit, they don't care about that shit. Only when a white cop is involved. But All right, y'all ready to get to the next topic? Because you know I can run my mouth and I love running it, girl. All right, so thank you, Robert. Honey, you know I like when y'all tell me you enjoy me, honey, okay? Tell me, is it good? Is it good? Like when I'm with my man. You tell me it's good, baby. Is it good, daddy? Is it good, daddy? Is it good, daddy? I know it is, nigga. I know it is, okay? I too have never heard of a young man. I've never heard of his ass. Hell no. I heard of him now. It's sad. I hope he didn't have a wish to be famous. Hell, you better be careful what you wish for. You know, he's famous now, but not in the way he wanted to be famous for, right? Everybody knows his name now, T Hood. It's trending the most of the ever trends. So be careful when you praying and asking, I want to be famous. I want to be trending. Your ass might be trending on a damn t-shirt. Your ass might be hanging up on a portrait trending. You know what I mean? Woo, honey, I tell you. Oh my God. Well, he has family members who care. I know that's right. God bless. And you know what? Shout out to the family members, because if it was, can you imagine if it wasn't for T Hood family members, nobody would never hear about this. If it was not for them speaking out and yelling to the rooftop, we would just feel like Kai was a hero and he stood up for his sister. And, you know, the media would have did whatever. Rasheeda and them, they would have paid it whatever. So thank goodness for T Hood having family members that's not afraid to speak out. So I hope they continue to speak out against injustice and continue to fight for their brother T Hood. Now, where is T Hood fan base at? That's what I want to know, honey. Do he got any fan base? Where the fan base, honey? It's not giving Beyonce. It's not giving Drake. It's not giving Nicki Minaj. Could you imagine if Nicki Minaj, Drake, or Beyonce got shot in the back 7 times in the back? honey, this whole internet will be on fire. Okay, it's good to have good fan base, but I guess I don't know what T Hood was doing. I haven't even listened to his music. But let's get back to the next topic. Y'all ready to go on? All right, so I wanted to hit y'all with Shakira. Do you guys know who Shakira is? Huh? Okay, Shakira on the screen, she the one that got the big ass smile, like she's cheesing. I've never really see her smile. All the time I see her on TV when she mean mugging. She's supposed to be the fastest girl in the world right now, and he's supposed to be the fastest boy in the world right now. But when Shakira first came out, she was a lesbian. But I think that was like, that's not a good look. We moving conservative. They kick transgenders out the damn Olympics, girl. They can't even. It's not funny. Why am I laughing? And I'm a damn transgender, but I'm still gonna fucking laugh. But they kicked their ass out. Oh, I'm so immature. I said, get your ass out of here. You're not competing with no woman. Okay? Yeah. So I really think that she probably switched it up because they gonna crack down on all these alphabets. They gonna crack down on all these colors and shit. I'm hoping my worst fear is Trump gonna round them transgenders up, okay, and send them off in Africa and some shit like that. I don't know. That's why I gotta keep a low profile. Hell, I knew this day was coming. I knew it was coming. That's why, shit, man. Once the boots hit on the ground, I don't know y'all, and y'all don't know me. You hear what I'm saying? Don't freak out if I come up here with a fake ass voice. Okay, I'm gonna have somebody doing my channel, honey. I'm going underground, and I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna hide behind a man. That's what I'm gonna do. My man. Okay, I'm gonna hide behind his ass, honey. I'm gone. Woo, that's if that time come, and I hope it don't get to that, but it is a possibility. Hell, back in the day what they did to transgenders, they put them in the asylum camps. Them crazy camps. They already talking about bringing the camps back and gay therapy and shit like that. So it's real shit. Y'all steady twerking and y'all want to act like shit ain't real. Honey, I'm just gonna stay prepared just in case and shut the fuck up and lay in the back. But anyway, yeah, I feel like they cracking down on that. So I think that's why she went back straight. I don't know if this her first time or whatever. But anyway, honey, she's beating that man. She treating that man like he's the woman. And he's taking them hits and licks like he is the woman. And I think he gay. Honestly, I think they both on the down low. Cause a lot of did you know a lot of them did that back in the day? A lot of lesbians and homosexuals that get together and act like they're in a relationship. So so they can get power and they can get treated normal. I wouldn't do that shit. Hell yeah, I would do that shit. Listen, fuck living my truth. I did that already. Okay, I did that shit already. It was nice. But now it's time to fall back in line, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, people always have done that in the past. That's what I think it is. But anyway, let me tell you what's going on here. So she was caught on video camera in public at the airport. And this happened recently. This happened, what was that? And let me pull up the dates for y'all. I know y'all want to know them damn dates. But this just happened, I believe, July the 27th. I think it's July the 27th. At the end of July, let's just say that so y'all won't quote me, right? She was at Seattle Airport and she was throwing headphones at him, pushing him in front of kids, in front of everybody. That's so disrespectful. And I gotta say this to anybody. If y'all gonna fight, can y'all please keep it behind the scenes? I don't want to see that. You're messing up my day when I have to see two grown adults hitting on each other in public. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear y'all arguing. I don't want to be in y'all business. Y'all need to learn how to conduct yourselves in public. I don't care who you are, how much money you got. Conduct yourself. That alone should have y'all asses in jail. But honey, They got it on camera, and the police came. He didn't call for the police, but they saw it. His ass ain't gonna never call the police. And I don't know. I wanted in the back of my mind, I'm like, do he like getting hit on? Because some men do like getting hit on, and like some men, they say some men like when a woman get the strap and really strap them down. Did y'all know that? Yeah. See, some of these men, they're weak mentally. I don't know what the fuck it is. Shit. I don't get that shit. I can never. Shit. Even when I was one, I could never. I'm not going And I know you said, well, didn't you let a man whoop on your ass? No, I did not let him whoop on my ass. He didn't whoop me like that. It was love taps. It was love taps. And he's more, I don't know. Is that sexist? It's okay for a man to whoop my ass, but I won't let a woman whoop my ass. That sounds sexist than a motherfucker, right? You'll let a man whoop your ass, but you won't let a woman whoop your ass? Hell no. Hell no. Okay. But I won't let nobody whoop my ass, honestly. Because I love myself and I have self-esteem or whatever. But every situation is different, It just depends. It really does. I know that sounds fucked up. I remember I was in the movies with this guy or whatever. And did I like him? Okay, I did like him, but he had a small wee girl, and I can't do shit with that. But I just like, I like how he treated me, and I like how he adored me, but I never wanted to kiss him, and I never wanted to make out with him just because I discriminate against the shit downstairs. I do discriminate, but I will, allow you to take me out. You know what I mean? I was playing games. Hell yeah. Okay. So but he don't know that. He still don't know that to his day. The reason why I won't let him do anything is because of that thing down there. I cannot stand that shit. It freaks me out when he pull it out. What the fuck? I do this fucked up, but I do discriminate. Hell yeah, man, I don't like it. But I like it when it's clothed and I don't have to see it. I love him the best that way. He's the best one. But we was in a movie and I was being picky than a motherfucker. I was like, no, I want some popcorn. No, I want some cheese and nachos. I kept on making him run out and give me shit, right? Mind you, niggas don't like watching movies. He just doing it to impress me, to please me, to just get some time with me. Child, I don't know what made him do this to me. Girl, he went upside my head. And he said, stop acting like a bitch, okay? And child, I straightened up then. Girl, I straightened up. You know what? I didn't ask for anything else that night. Oh my God. It didn't hurt, but it is what it is. He cool with me. I still talk to him to this day, so I don't got no hard feelings about the nigga. It wasn't like I don't know. Some of y'all be like, oh my God, that's horrible. That's on y'all. I don't get down. But anyway, back to this. So Shakira, she was going upside his head and pushing him on video. Let me play up the video. Let me put this video up so y'all can see what's going on with Shakira, okay? And knocking this man up. Oh my goodness, where is the video? Here it is. Let's play.
Okay.
But I had to put down. I'm so sorry. You're grabbing me right now.
Yep, he's under arrest.
I'm under arrest right now. What am I under?
ma'am.
What am I under arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now? Okay. I didn't assault him though. We have video cameras. I literally we were having an argument. I'm not resisting, so you don't have to do it harder. Christian, are you serious right now? Christian.
He doesn't get a say.
But I understand.
I know that's right. They said Washington, Christian don't get a side. She wanted Christian to save her. Christian, I can't believe you're doing this right now. I don't like her. I think she's manipulative. I think she's a liar, and clearly she's abusive. She beating on her boyfriend, and I just don't like that she did that shit in public. You know, I don't like it. I don't care for her. I'm gonna be honest with you. Her attitude, just the way she is, she have that elitist mindset, like she can do and get away with whatever she want to get away with. You know, and she's so careless and reckless. I don't like that about her either. But she definitely get a boyfriend that's very soft and submissive. Maybe y'all need to get a soft and submissive boyfriend for some of these women out here that always get with aggressive men that knock them up. Maybe y'all need to get with a Christian, you know, because he can take a licking and he ain't gonna say shit. He ain't gonna get you in trouble. I don't know, but you know, girls don't even like those type of guys. They feel like they're too soft, and I understand that. You know, I think he's a bottom, down low bottom anyway. He probably like that shit. I don't know. But let me keep on playing.
Arguing, but I understand entirely. We were arguing. Okay, I'm not gonna resist, but I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't assault him.
Girl, you shut the hell up, girl. Damn. Shut up. She making it worse on herself with all the lies and all the excuses. Now it's on video. Shut up. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Ooh. Honey, I couldn't do it. I could not be her lover. I couldn't be her lover. Even if she was a man, I still couldn't do it. With a person that talk like this and just always running that mouth, hell no. I like for my nigga, my man, if he getting arrested, I like for him to just be mute. You know what I mean? He ain't showing he mad. He ain't showing no emotion. He just like, whatever, man. You know, real cool. I like that shit. But all this wilding out, you still in public, you still wilding out, you still yelling, and as if that's going to do something. You yelling ain't going to help the situation. Hell, okay? And I'm glad that states when they say, oh, you know, the victim can't do anything, even though he said he ain't a victim. He said even though he get whooped, his ass get whooped, he not a victim. Even though she told the cops in on camera that he be beating on her, you know? And I don't know, should I believe her? Is he a woman beater? Should we pay him as a woman beater? So, you know, I don't know. But let's play.
I didn't do anything wrong, but the fact that you guys are doing this to me and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply. I am. I'm not gonna argue with you at all. But you have me on camera, but at the same time, what he has on camera, I have my phone, shows something different. So if I need to show that, I will. Okay, but I have my phone that shows something different. But Christian, thank you, Christian.
Don't talk to him right now.
Okay, I won't. Thank you so much, officer. They are arresting me right now, Christian. Sissy, they're arresting me right now. Am I gonna go actually to jail right now? Wait, but right now, I didn't.
And she's the type of girl that she'll probably whoop Christian ass after this. She'll probably whoop his butt after this. And I bet you in a woman relationship, she was the man. She was the dominant. She's so aggressive. She's so dominant. And then watching this video, she want to excuse it. Well, he's a man. Well, girl, you sure not acting like a woman in this situation. You're not acting very sweet and submissive and cooperative and non-argumentative. Hell, you none of that. Hell, you got more masculinity than he do. And he the man. He quiet like a goddamn bitch. And somebody in the comment section would say, well, maybe he really loves her because he deals with it. Well, maybe he just don't love himself. Maybe he have a low self-esteem. I don't think you love someone because you allow them to whoop your ass and embarrass you. Hell, I wouldn't let no man embarrass me. I know my man, he went upside my head, but that ain't nobody see that shit and it was dark. Nobody knew. Okay. It wasn't bad at all. It wasn't shit. Listen, ain't nobody know. It's not like this. He would never embarrass me like this. Well, no, I lied. Okay, one time he did embarrass me, but it wasn't like verbal, whatever. Girl, we was on a plane, right? And why his ass getting drunk on a plane? That's embarrassing to me. Then why he talking to everybody on a plane? That's embarrassing me. Listen, when I go out, I'm not trying to be the life of the party. I'm not trying to talk to everybody and be in their face. I'm not trying to be remembered. But him, he want to talk to everybody. We sitting on a plane. He talking to them. He having conversation with them. I'm like, dude, can you just shut up? Okay, why does everything has to be all eyes on you? That's annoying. That is a turnoff for a man to want so much attention and want to be the most comedian guy on the plane. And I don't like all that attention my way. Hell no. I had this one celebrity, I'm not gonna tell y'all. He was like, would I go with him on the red carpet, y'all? I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He said, why wouldn't I go with him on the red carpet? I said, nigga, I don't understand that. To me, that's bunk. Dude, do you not see where we're going in America? Okay, hell no. I don't want the headlines. It's gonna be all about me being trans and be me with you. I don't want that attention towards me. And then that's gonna not focus on your relation, your career. Your career gonna get fucked because of that. Are you dumb? Okay. Are you really dumb? I feel like, he was just so how can I say it, when a person is just so impressed by you and they love talking to you and they feel like they need you in their life and they try to overcompensate with, like, could I take you to the red carpet, or can I take you to my family house? They try to overcompensate, they be getting in their feelings with me and shit. I'm like, dude, I'm not one of those girls that need validation from you. You know what I'm saying? Keep it cool, G. Shit. Keep it P. Okay? Okay, keep that shit P. I don't need you to be And I'm like, well, goddamn, and see, to me, I'm like, that's a liability. If he's willing to take me on a red carpet, I don't like that. I really don't like that he even brought that, because to me, you're not thinking smart, okay? God damn it. Listen, ain't nobody going to catch you in no love scenes. Ain't no girl going to be like, oh my God, they're gonna be like, ain't he gay? Don't he want a transgender? Why he in a love scene with a woman? I don't want to see that from him. It's gonna be a damn distraction. I'm like, man, you don't think right. But I'm hoping he was just telling me shit because he thought that was gonna make me feel better. But it did not make me feel good about him at all. It made me feel like he's a liability and he's a risk person. And see, I need that man to think like how the world thinks and how the new world is going to think for my protection. Okay, if you in La La Land and Fantasy Land, that's not going to help me in the future. Especially when Trump is about to put the boots on the ground and I know he's coming for my ass. I'm going to need you to fake that motherfucking funk. I need to hide behind somebody. Okay, I don't need you to be trying to wave no rainbow flag. Hell no, nigga. Hell no. See, you putting a target on me now. Okay. Listen, that pride shit is over. That living your truth, that was cool back in 2018. Listen, we in 2025 now. Things have changed. Okay? I don't know what y'all thought, but honey, listen, I know a lot of y'all may not agree with me, but that's fine. And we can argue about it later. But let's continue on. Shit.
Tell you that I didn't do nothing to him? Christian, are you serious right now? Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now. You know what? Okay. At least pay for bail. I cannot bail out? Can I at least take the clothes off in the back seat, please? I'm not going to resist y'all.
Is your name Miss Richardson?
My name is Carri.
Oh my God, she talks so much. She thinks because she's this person that she can just talk her way out of anything. She can just whine her way out of anything. All you hear is yelling, whining. Shut up. She need a man because Christian is not a man. He may got dick and nuts, but clearly he's not a man. What is he adding to her? He's not helping her. He's not elevating her to be a better her. She's not taking any accountability. When you have a man in your life, I might sound like a sexist, y'all. That should be an authority figure. You know what I mean? He should, help you be more at peace. more calm. He should be like, baby, calm down. I got you. We got this, baby. Calm down. And when that man said, calm down, we got this, you know in your heart, your man, he got it. And I'm going to calm the fuck down. I don't have to be all crazy and loud because I got a man. My man is always going to do whatever he got to do. I might not know everything he going to do, but I don't need to because I trust my man to be the man. But clearly she don't even trust her man or value her man because she just running in the mouth. She feels like she have to fight for herself. That's somebody that I feel like they have to fight for themselves. They in it for themselves. Yeah, she screamed, Christian, Christian. But hell, she's still rattled. She's still rattled. But she did cause that on herself. She is all to blame. But Christian, he allows this shit too. He allows, and I don't know, maybe he likes it. And I know it's crazy to say, some women like to get beat on, and some men probably like to get beat on too. Hell, some men like it in the butt, right? Some men like to poot on women. Some people, they go to the bar and they get shitted on. So you can never discount certain people and what they like and what they dislike. You know? I don't know. That's how I feel about it. What y'all feel about it?
Listen.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, I don't have anything. You can take my hat off. I don't have anything on me.
So I'm just giving you a transport vehicle.
Can you please take these off?
Unfortunately not, ma'am.
I'm not a criminal.
I know you're not, but
I'm not a criminal.
She sounds like a little kid. This is not what white people do or rich white people do. Rich white people, they make one phone call. Call Jerry. Honey, they make one phone call. One call Jerry. Jerry, call the cop officer and say, let her go. But all this whining. That lets you know she yelled to get her way. She yelled, she throws, she hits to get her way. She needs help, and she's too grown. She's a grown woman. And not only she's grown, she's a representation for a lot of Black women in sports. She is on a pedestal. It has to be more responsibility when you're a celebrity on your pedestal. But clearly in this day and age, it's like y'all that are celebrities out here in today's world, you have no accountability. I do feel that in the future, things will change. I think it would get back to the day where celebrities were more accountable for how they displayed themselves in public. These celebrities nowadays, they do whatever, say whatever, and they are not held accountable. No companies are pulling from them. They're still making millions and it's nothing. But I do feel that day is going to change. They have to be accountable for all of it. And some people feel like a lot of people, I ain't going to say that. I'm going to leave that for later. But let's play.
My boyfriend.
Can you take a seat in the car, please?
You know what? I'm not resisting. I was in the car. This is crazy. Y'all not even listening to me. I do. You want me to take it off? It's not a weapon. Like, I'm not resisting. How to argue with my boyfriend? Can y'all please just listen to me as a person? It's Carri.
You have to go ahead and.
This is crazy. Are you serious right now? Because I'm arguing with my boyfriend.
Girl, you're not just arguing with your boyfriend. You're disturbing a damn peace. Can you stop? And it's wrong for you to hit your boyfriend, but if he want to take them licks out on him, I don't give a damn what you do. If you hit him, knock him upside his damn head, I don't care. But I do care when you're disturbing the peace. I do care when you are in public with this. That's what I do care about. What y'all do behind closed doors, that's y'all business. But when you are in public and I got to see that and I got to be bothered by that and I got my kids around and they have to be influenced by that, I don't like it. I don't like it. And you should know better. You should know better. No excuse for your millionaire ass. No excuse. None whatsoever. Yeah. So what do y'all think about that? Any other things y'all got to think about? All right, let's move. Y'all ready to move on to Trump? So D.L. Hughley have came out and he has something to say about what Trump is doing right now. He got the boots on the ground, and pretty much, because I did an article about this on my other channel, the Gigi the Icon, but D.L. Hughley says already the streets going for Trump. So, I mean, what do y'all expect? What did y'all expect? All right, so these are some footages of Trump's goons going to residents in D.C. and pretty much saying, hey, check it out.
How y'all doing today? Y'all staying in that trouble? You got your ID on you, chick?
No, I live right here.
So they're going up to people's porches and they're asking for IDs. Damn. Ain't that scary? That's scary for a transgender, right? Girl, if they going to transgenders, right? And they say, let me see your ID. And child, if that marker don't match what they see, you know they're going to compensate that shit. You know they're going to take it. And you know it's going to get worse. And you know what I think? You know what I want? You want me to tell y'all what I think is going to happen eventually for the transgenders? Press 1 if y'all want to know what I think is going to happen for the transgenders. And they better be, they are going to enact the law, dress as the gender. They used to have a law where you will go to jail if you did not have, I guess, 3 pieces of clothing from the gender or the sex that you were birthed. So meaning that if you were born a male, you have to dress according like a male. And if you did not have those pieces on, or, you get thrown in jail. And same with females. And I can see them enacting that because now you guys know that transgenders cannot use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? They got to use the bathroom of their sex. That's for different states. But you know they about to make that shit worldwide. Hell, let's not act dumb. That's what they always do. They started in few states and then they push it on. So I have seen a few, people, especially the studs, the studs and the born women, but they looking like a man. When they go into the women's bathroom, they say, "Get your nigga ass out of here! You ain't no woman. You ain't no woman." And then the studs gonna have to be like, "I am a woman," and doing all that, and they trying to sue. But I think they gonna get tired of studs doing that, and they gonna say, "Okay, well, this is what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to bring back that dress code for y'all. You're gonna have to look like what you assigned as in public. And if you don't do this in public, then you're going to face jail time." I can see them doing that. Do y'all see them doing that? Press 5 if y'all see them doing that. Shit, I got to think about this shit. Press 7 if you feel like I'm just thinking too negative, honey. Am I the doom news? Okay. Hell, you gotta think forward. But let's see what's going on here. They're going up to random porches and asking for IDs.
Cool.
There's a cigarette. Did y'all get a call or something right here?
No, so we're doing checks, keeping everybody safe down here, right? Have you heard of the federal surge that Donald Trump's putting out?
No.
Right. You don't follow like Code 3 or anything like that people are putting up? All right, so yeah, Trump's got all federal agencies kind of coming together, 7 days going out, trying to stop the violent crime, all kind of stuff. So we're out here contacting people, talking to them, right? Quality of life offenses, smoking, drinking in public, right? It can't happen outside, right? Most people know that.
Ooh, did y'all hear that? You cannot drink in public. Did y'all know that? You cannot be drinking outside. You cannot be smoking outside. Ooh-wee. And they are going to your porch, baby. They got the National Guards in your neighborhoods, baby, okay? Woo. So people are saying it's going to be a tricky situation because it can feel good now, but we know eventually they're going to have more power. You know, people that want power, it never stops. They're going to want more power and more power, more control, more silence, to the point that it will turn on you. We know it's going to turn on everybody. You know, it's just like a ticking time bomb. When is your turn? And I know one person put 7. They said, "Oh, 2 people." I got 2 people said 7. They said, "I'm thinking the doom news, the news of dooms." I'm sorry, I think like that, y'all, but that's why a lot of times when stuff hit, it does not shock me because mentally, I've already thought about it. Mentally, I already processed it like a long time ago. And I don't like to be surprised. Like I'm a person, I hate surprises. So therefore, I be thinking the negative and I think how I'm going to prepare for this before anything come about. Like I like, you know, and if the negative don't come, then that's just a blessing, right? But we have to be prepared for when that day comes. I mean, that's just protection. That's just preserving your mental space. So when it does come, you're not freaked out. You know what it is. You know how you will go about to handle that, you know, because a lot of people, they're going to get freaked the hell out. They're going to freak the fuck out and they ain't going to know how to handle that shit, right? But yeah. Okay.
So we're contacting people, trying to advise them of the law so they learn, right? And then if there's other stuff going on where it turns into there's multiple agencies, there's shooting and things like that. There's extra hands as well, right? So we're just out here trying to inform people and educate people. It's not like we're trying to just go grab people and ruin someone's life.
All right. So people are saying in the comment section, they said, this is literally Project 2025. I can't believe you people allow this to happen. But you know what? Because I guess I'm a negative thinker, I've already saw it. Like I saw this happening years ago. So it doesn't surprise me. I'm not thrown back. I'm not hurt by it. At times I did get like I felt sorry. You know, I felt like, oh my God, you know, why did this have to happen? But I be thinking that before it actually happens. Like I be going through the motions like years and months before it hit the news. Cause it's like, I already predicted that. And I guess the reason why, because I place my mind with my enemy. Like I feel like, I don't know why I do it, but I do it and it helps sometimes. That when I think like my enemy thinks, and I can see the future because I'm looking in the perspective of my enemy. So I know how to really gauge the situation when it comes to battlefield. Make no mistake about it. Life is a battle. You never stop fighting. I know a lot of y'all, I don't want to fight. We need to have some nice time and we tired of fighting, child. Child, if you tired of fighting, die. Just die. Just die. Because in life, it will always be a fight. You will always have people fighting to push your rights away. That will never stop. You're dealing with human beings that's going to be in everybody's business that want control and power. So if people want control and power, they want control and power over you, what you do, how you do it. And you have to fight for the right for your freedom. You know, I think a lot of you all are just feeling like it should just be given to you, but nothing in this world is given to you. I'm sorry. Okay. I know when I was coming up, you know, people had to fight for me to have the certain rights that I have. And y'all been partying too much. Y'all been out here twerking, doing the worst of the worst. Y'all don't care. Do you remember when Jerry Springer and Maury, watching that on TV used to be the worst of the worst, right? It'd be so buffoonery. Give y'all asses the internet. Y'all have taken Jerry Springer and Maury to a whole different level. We don't even need that. Y'all get on this live every day in the comfort of your home and your area. You record your own family and your own buffoonery and you put it on social media. Now y'all commercializing this shit. Now y'all, man, y'all do a lot. And you ain't think people gonna get tired of this shit and wanna clap back at your ass and using all the stuff that y'all be doing on the internet, and they are going to utilize it and weaponize it against you. And you're gonna see them doing it now. Now they haven't got to the black community. You know, they were very concerned about the gay community. You know, they shutting their ass up. They about to take that gay marriage away from them. And they already did the trans people and they did the immigrants, you know, but everybody knew they was coming for the blacks sooner or later. And it seemed like we are at the time where they are starting to open up the doors and they coming for these black sons. Okay. So, honey, it's a lot going on. You're seeing a lot of white towns popping up, and ain't nobody mad about the white towns, right? Have y'all heard about those white towns coming up? All white towns, no homosexuals, no blacks, no coloreds, and no Jays. You know, all pure white, purified. And that is by design. That is no coincidence. And they're popping up. And then you hear about the white Christian nationalists. They want to take away women's rights because they said it's not godly, and they want to place masculinity and man back at the forefront of America because it's God's will. So like I said, all these women out here talking about we're smarter than men and we're better than men. Child, let these white nationalists have their way and take them goddamn voting rights. And what y'all gonna say then? You know what I mean? Girl, I hope y'all got a plan with y'all smart asses. I hope y'all can outsmart these white Christian nationalists. Honey, they tell me the Democrats, they ran out of Texas because the Republicans, they didn't switch some shit in the districts, honey. Listen, they be having plans. Listen. Yeah. They hate your ass that much that they gonna stick together and make sure you are away. They don't want to live next to you and see you. And did y'all hear about what they're doing to the homeless people in DC? What Trump is doing? Trump is saying that if you are homeless, you gonna go to jail pretty much. I believe they're gonna take all these homeless people and they're gonna ship them off to a different country. That's what I think. Or I think they're gonna put them in like some labor, make them work and stuff like that. But honey, and they say this: if you are a student, if you're going to school or your child is going to school and they're homeless, like they don't have a place to stay and they're like real low income where they can't dress the part or, you know, look healthy, that they're going to get pulled out of school. And, you know, yeah, they're going to get pulled out. They can't go to school. Yeah, they doing that. And I already told y'all what they doing in Ohio, where if you go to public schooling, you're not getting on that yellow bus no more. If the yellow bus come, you will get fined. The school buses is only for the private students, okay? And the public school people, they're gonna have to, you know, pay out of pocket for that Uber. Them kids gonna have to walk. But this was already done before. You know, nothing about this is new. That's why it's good to learn your history, know your history. But y'all slacked out of y'all history. I felt like y'all just got too damn comfortable and you just felt like y'all won. Y'all didn't have to think about it. It's almost like y'all ran on the top of the mountain and you just twerking and you don't even realize the enemy just came behind you and smacked the hell out you and lights out just like that. You always keep your head on a swivel. Hell, you always keep your toes, your pinky toes up like a goddamn ballerina. Put your toes on your pinky toe. You know what I'm saying? You never sleep. You can't afford to sleep in this world. Ain't nobody gonna get to sleep in this world. Do you think the richest people at the top, do you think Elon Musk sleep? And he rich. He can't sleep. Bill Gates, all of them. Do you think they sleep? Hell no. They stay working. They still doing something. They want power. They want control. Ain't nobody, Only people that get some good sleep is the homeless people. Shit, they sleep 24/7. Hell, but they ain't gonna be sleeping no more once Trump get hold to them. So, honey, a lot of people are outraged. They talking about them tariffs, 100% on tariffs. And Donald Trump, he is fulfilling his promises of everything he said he was going to do. And how do y'all feel about y'all president? Okay, what you want to know? Jack, tell me, ask me what you want to know. What do y'all feel about y'all President Trump? Okay, as you see the National Guard, we already knew this, boots on the ground. Ooh, he's getting these thugs together. They say, it's going to be National Guards in Detroit. They coming for Detroit. They coming for Baltimore. They coming for Chicago. They coming from New York. They coming for all these black inner cities. Y'all gonna get the smoke, honey, okay? So all these parents, y'all don't want to discipline y'all sons. You better start disciplining your sons. But you know what? When I grew up, you want to know what my parents told me or what was going around during the time of my era? This is what they said, y'all. They said, I'm going to whoop your ass because if the police get hold to you, they not going to have mercy for you. So you have more parents that was more strict and disciplining their kids because they knew if the police got hold to them, that the police would not have no mercy for their kids. So Trump gave the order to have no mercy for these kids and to see these 14-year-olds as adults. And they're going to try these kids as adults. And honey, it's going to be, you think you saw a lot of down low men? It's about to be a whole bunch of down low men now. Hell yeah. All them down low men going to be in them jails. And then on top of that, they coming for the gay community. Honey, they already tarnished the transgender community. Ain't no transgender community. Trump said he don't see no transgenders and he don't see no bisexuals. It's some shit they have for the gay people. It's like a gay history. And Trump, he says, this country does not see transgenders or bisexuals. So it's down for the gays, the lesbians. I guess just the gays and the lesbians. But I think he's going to get rid of them too, eventually. And, he definitely going to take away, cause and then look around. When you look around, a lot of other countries, they are going really strict on their gay policies. Africa, a lot of African countries, the black countries, they are pushing the death penalty for homosexuals. At one point in time, they did not do that when Democrats were, head, but now they rolling that shit back. So we just have to see. But you already know we are in 2025 and things look rough. You already know things are they're gonna get rougher for everybody. They're gonna get rougher for everybody. And they about to they haven't got to Hollywood yet, but they about to get to Hollywood. They want to tear Hollywood down. All that liberal shit in Hollywood, they want to make Hollywood back like it used to be, more conservative. So they definitely gunning for Hollywood, and I don't know how Hollywood is gonna clap back. Where Little Nas at with all that Satan shit he was doing? You see, all that shit, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense for the liberals was pushing Little Nas X to do all that Satanism and shit. What did that do? See, Little Nas X, he should have kept it cute. He should have kept it neutral. He shouldn't have did all that sexuality. And he still could have been a voice, for just doing right. He still could have had his power. But I don't understand what was the purpose of doing all that. But they about to have his way. They about to have their way with his ass. I tell you that, because now the power has shifted. And we just have to see. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that they're going to get Trump out? Do y'all think that Trump is going to have his way? Do y'all think the powers to be going to have their way these 4 years? Do y'all think the Democrats and the liberals are going to take over in the midterms? What do y'all see? What do y'all predict about this? Comment, let me know. Comment, let me know. They said, please don't come. Oh, they coming to Baltimore. Baltimore have a bad reputation of crime, girl. They going to bring their boots to Baltimore. They can't wait. They can't wait, honey. we're going to hear a lot of news reports. We already hearing a lot of news reports about, white cops or cops coming up to black people and unaliving black men. But I think nowadays you're not going to hear it in the media. Do you remember once upon a time, I think when Obama was getting elected or whatever, you started to hear a lot of policemen doing horrible stuff to black men. They use that for politics. But I think when these police start doing this shit to black men, you're not gonna hear it as much. I don't think you're gonna hear it as much. Only time you're gonna hear it as much probably from like social media. But I think eventually they're gonna find a way to silence social media. They are already gonna control the algorithm. And I think eventually they're gonna find a way to pull the plug on all this shit to have more control. That's just how I see it. But comment, I want to know what y'all think. Trump is not gonna last long. You think so? Well, I don't know. If Trump not gonna last long, why they allow him to get away with all that he's doing now? I disagree. I think he's gonna last long. I think that he ran on all the stuff he did. He got elected, and he's doing all the stuff. And the first year he's doing all of it, and he's getting away with it. The Republicans, they seem like they still strong holding down. I know Marjorie Greene and Candace Owens, they're not really on his side as much anymore. But I already think Trump already decided to get rid of them, because I've been hearing Trump don't care for Candace Owens way back when. Years ago, he didn't care for that hoe, and he didn't care for Marjorie Greene way back then. So Trump losing, what's her name? Candace Owens and the rest of them. Child, he get replacements for that. They ain't shit. They ain't number pawns anyway. They ain't nobody important. And did you hear Candace Owens? She was crying on the TV, girl, talking about some Trump was supposed to support her and help her, because she's talking about the French president wife is a man. She said that's a whole ass man. That's a man. Because she does not believe in transgender, so she's not gonna respect no transgender. So she just gonna call it the way it was born to sex, and she gonna say it's a man. So she's getting sued because of that, because that's defamation. So she felt like Trump should have had her back, and VD Vance should have had her back. Well, they gonna have your black ass back, bitch. You ain't the president. You ain't nobody. Hell, you have their back. You're their pawn. You're not the queen. See, she thinks she's too much. See, her ass got humble. You're not nobody, Candace. Candace, you are a pawn for them. They not pawning for you, honey. They're not going to be a soldier for you. For what? Know your place. Hell, you wanted to be a foot soldier, so eat it. So, honey, what y'all think about all this? Are y'all enjoying me running my mouth? Press 4 if you enjoyed me running my mouth, honey, okay? And I said a lot of shit. I know some stuff y'all agree with and a lot of stuff y'all don't agree with. But y'all not putting in the comment section what y'all agree with, what y'all don't agree with I said. Because I know I'm very opinionated when I want to be. Okay? Okay. Thank you, Robert. Kid, you combine. Shit, it could be more y'all pressing that 4, but I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Thank you, Erica. See, that's what I'm saying, Erica. I need real supporters. And I think you combine, Erica. Y'all are supporting out loud, participating with the numbers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm getting tired. Okay, I'm not getting the support. Okay. Owens misconstructed her place. Yeah, she thought she was somebody, but she ain't nobody. She ain't nobody. She allowed those people to gas her ass up. Yeah. Her fan base then gassed her up, and now she thinks she's one of them. She not one of them. She ain't gonna never be one of them. But she learned. Yeah, we all learn. Shit, you know what I'm saying? We all have been gassed up. I've had a couple of fallings. I had to humble myself a few times, Okay. It's life, honey. So she's learning. She's a new mother. She's learning. So that's that. Thank you, Robert. Keep up the conversation. Thank you, Tori, honey. Even though I'm conversating with my damn self, but I appreciate it, y'all. So any questions y'all have about Trump or Kirk's daughter or Shakira, any questions y'all have for me or whatever? All right. Now I'm looking in the comment section. and people are saying release the Epstein files. They want, listen, goddammit, y'all not getting them Epstein files. Okay? Y'all are not getting the Epstein files. Y'all are not getting the Epstein files. They weaponized the Epstein files to get the votes. And y'all are so dumb to believe it. You're dumb to believe it. And because of your hatred towards other people, you know, and hate towards other people is very powerful. And I think a lot of you guys don't realize the hate for other people is very powerful. You know, say for instance, if I'm living in a house, right? And I share my house with someone else. And say for instance, it's a possibility if I allow Mookie to stay here, then next month I would get a $10,000 bonus, right? But I can miss out on that $10,000 bonus and get Mookie kicked out. My hatred for Mookie is more valuable than $10,000. Do you get what I'm saying? Press 1 if you got what I'm saying. Did you get what that? People hatred for you, whether you black, whether you gay, whether you trans, they hatred for you oversees them, their comfort, or them getting, you know, whatever, you know. Hate is more powerful. I'd rather have Mookie kicked out the house than to get that $10,000 because I cannot stand to see his ass around me. I don't want him next to me. And that's more powerful than money. That is very powerful. And I think that you guys underestimate people having hatred for you. I think a lot of you guys, y'all feel like, well, if we be nice, well, if we act this way, and if we hell no, we still gonna hate your ass. Now you can make it better. You know, if you conduct yourself, you can soften the blow, but it's possibly going to be there. But in humans, can humans change? Yeah, humans can change, but that's individuals. But a whole group of humans, a whole religion of people beliefs, hell no, that's not going to change. That type of belief and religion is indoctrinated, is always going to be. But can individuals change? Yeah, if they're willing, or if they have situations that, you know, expose them to think differently. Yeah, but shit, you talking to a whole system, a whole man, please. Man, please. Uh-uh. Thank you, Erica, girl. Erica said she picking up what I'm putting down. Yeah, I know they hate my black ass, honey. Okay. That's why I gotta move how I gotta move, baby. Okay, I gotta move smart. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The end goal is for me to get what I want and to live peacefully. That's my end goal. I don't care about being seen. I don't care about, you know, really trying to give you my ass to kiss and be like, aha. I don't care about none of that. Okay, the best thing for me is to live out my days happy and peaceful, despite what you think. I don't give a damn. Okay, think what you want to think. God damn it. As long as I'm doing me, and you know what, I would rather for my enemy to think that I'm living in a effed up situation because that gives them comfort. You know, I don't give a damn. Give them comfort. Make them think I'm living horrible, honey. Yes. Because they not going to come around fucking with me. They only going to fuck with me if they think I'm doing better than them. Then that's going to give them motivation. And that's going to want to, they're going to have an objective to tear me down if they know I'm doing good. Because the thought of them know I'm doing good, it burns their soul. So I'd rather for my enemy be like, you know what? Nah, y'all got it. You got it, dude. You're better than me. I'm not out here bragging. Well, look, I got this and I can do that better than you. Why would I poke the bear? Hell, knowing I don't got no goddamn army to back me. Okay? That just silly rabbit. Sit your ass down. God damn. Damn. Okay? I don't get that mindset. You know, I don't get the mindset. Like I see some trans girls, right? They be out here poking a bear. Look, my ID says this, and I'm this, and I'm that. I'm like, bitch, what are you doing? Sit your ass down. Now what you gonna do? They didn't reverse the motherfucking laws. You can't use that excuse now, bitch. Okay? Humble yourself. Humble your damn self. But you know, you can't tell these hoes nothing. You can't humble yourself. I think that's the stupidest thing. To get into the enemy face and brag about what you got and what you deem as precious and what you deem as a prize, because it's going to get snatched from your ass. That's the first thing they're going to get. Oh, okay. So you using this piece of ID to validate your ass? Let's make that first on the list. Yeah, we going to get your ass on that. What else you doing? What else? Tell me more. Just telling the enemy everything. Dumbass. See, that's why I couldn't be. And they think they doing something too. Girl, I could never. I'm just looking at this shit in disgust. Okay. I'm gonna stay my ass in the dark, honey, okay? Oh my God. Oh, I know y'all be seeing that shit. Hell, you can't stop seeing it because they're going to stick in your algorithm. And I cannot stand when the algorithm get on my nerves sometimes. I'm like, damn, I don't want to see this shit. Okay? Y'all keep on sticking some shit I don't want to see. That's why I stay to myself. I know that's right, girl. Stay to yourself, honey. Or just stay with some people that you can trust and people that you love on. They love on you and it's genuine. Like I have a good circle of family members. You know, I do have some friends, but I got to re-up my friend situation. I got to re-up my friendship. Yeah, I got to re-up my friendship, you know? How's my family? Oh my goodness. Family A1. Cousins, nieces, child, family love me tight. Now, my father, he's begging me to go to the family reunion on his side, but I don't want to go to the family reunion on his side. Why don't you want to go over there, Gigi? Because I don't know them people like that. I mean, I talked to my uncle on his side and we had a great conversation. I love my uncle. But a lot of them people over there, like I know them when I was young, but I don't know them now. And it's like, well, once you go and get to know, I don't know. Mind you, girl, I haven't seen them since I was little, right? And then it's the whole trend. Listen, don't ask me no fucking questions. Bitch, you heard from the grapevine. Hell, you know what I mean? I don't think they're gonna ask me no questions like that because you know my mom's side, you know, nobody asks me no questions, no questions. Like on social media, y'all be asking some questions. I'm like, what the fuck? Get out of my business, ho. Y'all went, well, what made you do that? And why did you do it like that? And da. Family, they didn't ask. They was like, okay, it is what it is. Move on. You know? And I don't know. And my mama's side of the family, I'm more close to them, you know, but this side of the family, I'm not as close to them. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I doubt if I go. But my father, he's so mad. He like, you never come to my side of the family. You always go to your mama. You always there. And he gets really upset with me that I'm not supportive for him and on his side of the family. And I don't know why. I gotta figure that out, you know. But my father, he gonna be mad at me this year again because I'm not showing up. Okay, and my father's so proud of me. He be telling everybody about me, and they be like, "Oh, I want to see you. I want to meet her, and all that shit." And I be giving them the middle finger, like, "Nah, dog. I don't know y'all like that shit." No new family, okay? I'm good. But no, eventually I think I should probably go to the family reunion, you know? and just face that fucking music and just hope I won't have to knock nobody out, coming me the wrong motherfucking way. You know what I mean? That's it. At least visit to see how things will go. Understandable though. I see, I guess. But it's just like okay. It's like I really don't want to do it. But it's like I do it because my father really, every year he begs me to come to his family reunion. He begs me to be there for my sisters. Like my sister got married. I didn't show up to her shit. Hell no. My brother graduated. I wanted to show up for my brother graduation, but I felt some type of way. The reason why I felt a way about my brother and my sister, they don't call me. You know what I'm saying? I have like my cousins. To me, those are my brothers and sisters because I talk to them all the time, every day. And shit, they can pick up the phone and call me more. I try to reach out to them. And they do pick up sometimes, but I don't know. I just feel like if the relationship real, then the communication should be real. I don't want to pop up, just because we're blood and just to say, hey, I was there for this ceremony of yours. I don't know. I feel like I'm wasting my damn time. I feel like I'm performing. I feel like I'm putting on a show. I'm like, we not ha ha and he like this in real life. So why the fuck am I ha ha him for your fucking wedding? I don't even know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I want to get to know the man or something, But, that's just how it is. I just don't like it. Just like my brothers and sisters, they be doing a group text, right? I'm not into that shit. I'm like, listen, I'm on one-on-one. If y'all want, I told them, I said, if y'all want a relationship with me, y'all have my number, call me on a one-on-one, but I'm not with the group shit. I don't want to have conversations with everybody in my motherfucking business, all like that. So that's just how I am. I'm not like everybody. I know I can be challenging, I can be difficult, but that fuck it. I'm at peace with myself. I'm at peace with my situation. So I haven't talked to my brothers and sisters in a while. I had a good relationship with one of my sisters, but we fell out, girl. And then she gonna have the nerve to call me recently. Mind you, she been running scams on bitches, right? She was calling my father and my brothers and asking them for some money or whatever. And then when she get the money, she just be like, she disappears, she vanishes or whatever. So her ass gonna text me. Mind you, I haven't talked to this girl in a minute. And the last time she was in a group chat, she told everybody Happy Mother's Day except for my mother, which was motherfucking shade because she felt some type of way. Because why did she feel some type of way about you, Gigi? She felt some type of way because she visited my city, right? And she wanted me to go to this shit with her. Like, it was like this production. It was, I don't want to say what it was. It ain't nothing, but she wanted me to go to this thing with her. She wanted me to be supportive with her. But she told me at the last minute. And I'm not a last minute motherfucker. I was like, I don't got nothing to wear. I really didn't feel like going for real. But she was like, can you please? I don't have nobody to come with me. And she have this whiny little motherfucker. Like, I'm like, girl, she be thinking in her head, okay, this is my big sister, right? So I'm going to beg her. And because I begged her, she should give in. And if she doesn't give in, then fuck her. You know how certain guys are when they outside and they're asking for your number and they be nice to you at first. They be like, oh, shorty, can I get your number? Can I get your number? And then when you say no, thank you, and you be nice. And then afterwards, they just be like, fuck you then, bitch. She be having that fucking mentality. And I don't like that shit. Because I kept on saying, no, I don't want to go and I'm not going to go. I said, we can hang out, when I get available, but I don't want to go there, and she just kept on asking me, bitch, I just said no. Why the fuck you keep asking me the next day? I'm not going to change my goddamn mind. I guess she in her mind, she felt like the more she asks, the more I'm going to give in. No, the fuck, you got me fucked up. You got to get to know me. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not weak-minded, motherfucker. You're not gonna peer pressure me to go anywhere with your ass or nowhere, I don't give a damn. So she got here and she was like, I'm here. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm so excited for you, whatever. She was like, she want to see me there. I said, today ain't good. Okay. Girl, what was it? I don't know. I ain't have my hair done that day or something like that, right? I don't know what it was, but I couldn't do it that day. So I said, okay, I'll let you know when I'm available. God damn it. I don't like nobody put me on no schedule. And I don't like nobody put me on no date, right? So I never give no confirmation. So, okay. So it was like Saturday night. All right. And I hit her up. I said, what you doing? She said she's on a train. She going somewhere. I said, okay, well, I'm free. I'm available. So let's link up. She's like, no, I'm so tired now. I'm just so tired. Maybe the next day. I said, okay, well, maybe the next day. Next day come around, I keep calling her ass. She ain't picking up. So clearly she's over it. And I haven't talked to her ass ever since then. Okay. I've reached out to her when she got back home, called her, reach out. She just ignored my ass. She treated me like I was motherfucking dead. Okay, I kept texting and calling, and she just ignored me. She didn't have a conversation. She ain't have no fucking closure. She said, fuck me. So I said, okay. And I didn't get mad about it. I didn't tell nobody. I didn't go to the sibling groups. I was just like, cool. I'm cool. No hard feelings. And then like Mother's Day came around. She in a group chat talking about Happy Mother's Day and naming all the siblings. But she left my ass out on purpose, right? I guess she thought that shit was going to hurt me. Bitch, it don't hurt me. I don't even be in that group chat. But sometimes I do peek in. So now, I guess her ass in a bond, right? She hit my phone up telling me something. Hey, sister, I love you so much. And I know I haven't talked to you in a minute, but I know that you're so mature and you're not going to hold on to past things. And, I would not come to you right now, but right now I'm in a bond, me and my kids, and we're at a situation right now, and I really can need your help and all that, girl. I left that shit on red. I fast forwarded to my father. I said, your child needs help. You better go help your child. And I said, that's your responsibility. Leave me out the fucking group chat. Treat my ass like you treated me last year. Dead. Okay? That's what I said in my mind. Oh, thank you, Tori. Girl, I'm just talking, ain't I? Kavan said she sounds like a user. Uh-huh. And if you're not doing something she want or needs you to do, she don't mess with you. I think that's what she is, Kaban. And girl, it was a blessing to me because at one point in time, I was considering allowing her to stay with me, girl. And even though that's my sister by blood, half sister, whatever, I was not raised with her. When I was a child and I was around her, she was a spoiled little ass brat. And I used to think she was adorable because she was so pretty. But other than that, she was just so bratty. So we didn't have the best relationship when we were kids. It was just like, I just adored her, honestly, because she was pretty. And I used to adore pretty individuals, good looking people. I don't know. I was, how can I say it? I didn't get mad at ugly people, because when I was in ninth grade, I had an ugly friend, so I didn't, but how can I say it? Oh my God. Okay. I could be friends with ugly people because I've had some ugly friends. But when beauty and pretty people, I do put them and I do probably treat them on pretty privilege. I do I treat them on pretty privilege until they piss me off. Okay. Once they piss me off, they're regular like a motherfucker. But other than that, I appreciate people's beauty. Even it's not their fault they're beautiful. It's just their genetics or God created them way. I don't know. But I appreciate beautiful people, that they're beauty or whatever. But that's about it. So yeah. Empowered by your sister beauty. Yeah, she's a beautiful little girl. She's still beautiful. She don't know how beautiful she is. She don't use her pretty privilege to really help her. I feel like her mom has hindered her, and she even knows that her mom is like a curse and a burden to her, and she's an adult and her mom is still a burden to her. I'm like, girl, if you don't get independence from your mom, and I blame her mom because her mom latches on to her, and try to control her. And I'm like, this is not helping you at all. And then her mom used these religion tactics, but honey, and then she's afraid to live life without her mom because she's so attached to her mom and she never did anything without her mom, even though she's grown as fuck. Okay. And then she get played by these niggas, and then the guys that she's with are low life guys that don't have shit to offer, that lie to her, and she believes them because she's so emotional, and she want to be treated like a princess, but she don't date princes. How you want to be treated like a princess, but you keep on dating Dusties? Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. If you want to be treated like a princess, then you're gonna have to go for a fucking prince, not a Dusty. Okay? So I don't get that concept. You get with Dusties, but you wanted the princess treatment. That don't make sense. If you get with a Dusty, expect to get lied to, dogged out, and mistreated and manipulated, because that's what the fuck they gonna do. Okay? Hell, they might treat you like a princess and say the shit what you want to hear in the beginning, but that shit gonna fade away. Dummy. But you can't tell these hoes nothing. Thank you, Robert. You cannot tell these hoes nothing, girl. Okay? Ooh. So that's that situation. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna show up at the family reunion anyway. Cause I'm the favorite. Yeah, out of my father kids, I have always been the favorite. I have. At first, I thought she was the favorite. At one point in time, I thought she was the favorite because she was so pretty. But my father don't like her mama. Like my father don't like none of these hoes' mom. My father only married my mother, and he still today talk about how much he's in love with my mother and all that shit. So all these hoes are really jealous of me, right? But it is what it is. Oftentimes I pretend like I don't know I'm the favorite. I pretend, to make other people feel better or whatever. But I've always known I was a favorite. But I'm only the favorite because he's still in love with my mother. That's the only thing why I'm really the favorite, honestly. It's because of my mom. You know how these men are. But he didn't care for none of these other hoes. He always tell everybody, and he tells me, and I keep telling him he shouldn't say that, but he was like, he didn't want no other. He wanted a lot of kids, but he wanted a lot of kids from one woman, which is my mama. He wanted 12 kids by my mother. But he's a cheater, you know what I mean? And he blames all these other women for getting pregnant. My father, he's a sexist, He is very sexist. He was raised back in the day. He believed that women should be X, Y, and Z, and da da da. And I'm like, well, damn, how your dad is sexist and he's cool? You're transgender. Yeah, and he loves me. He loves me down. I don't know how that works. Don't ask, don't tell, but he loves me down. But yeah, it is what it is. Shit. Thank you, Corbin. Uh-huh. When I came out to my father, it was so easy, girl, because he already knew. He already knew. People was talking about me in the hood. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they wasn't talking about me in the motherfucking hood, but okay. My father, my father is into sports. So he have a lot of men that's into basketball. My father is always outside playing at, don't you see the men that's always playing at the public parks and always playing at the public gyms? That's my father. And that's my uncles and that's my brothers. They already outside playing ball at some public shit or whatever. So motherfuckers talk. They know who I am because my father always brought me around when I was a kid. My father always take me to the basketball court. Do you know I got tired of being around the basketball court until I started seeing niggas? I was like, damn, I'm looking at this in a whole different way, Kavon. Okay. Like I'm irritated going to the basketball court, but I'm like, damn, I'm looking at it the whole way. Right. And then I used to couldn't stand going to high school basketball games and all these college basketball games. Cause when I'm with my father and my uncles, that's all we going is fucking for sports and goddamn games until I started meeting niggas. Okay. Girl, word got around that like my and when my father is real good at sports and his family is, right? So they're gonna look at his child. They're gonna, they looking at me. Everybody got their fucking eyes, what I'm doing, who I'm screwing, and whatever. So I guess some of his homeboys, basketball, they would send me with other guys, or you know what I mean? And they kind of figured that, hey, your child is into dudes, dude. You need to check that. You need to say that. So he said, yeah. A few of his buddies was telling him, they was catching me with dudes, I guess, around the way. Okay. He was like, yeah. Okay. I was like, damn, I was fast. Shit. Okay. Hell yeah. And you know what? When you growing up, when I was raised around a lot of men, a lot of straight men. So straight men, they're gonna notice when shit is off. And I have another uncle, and my goodness, he used to report to my mom or my aunties, like he used to say, she keeps on checking out men. Every time we go down, she looking at men. I'm like, damn, I didn't realize when you were a child or, a teen, that you got people peeping what you looking at. And I had to stop looking at what I'm looking at, because naturally I'm going to look at these niggas, you know what I mean? But I didn't realize my uncles and everybody is peeping out what I'm looking at when I'm checking them. I'm like, fuck, I can't do nothing. Put the shades on. Put the shades on. God damn it, okay? Damn. I can't even have good view sight. Because at first I didn't want to go to the basketball courts. Then I enjoyed going to the basketball courts. Now they watching what I'm looking at. You're not looking at the basketball. You're looking at other balls. Okay, that's a problem. Man, this nigga got a ball addiction, got a dick addiction. Okay, keep looking at dicks. Oh my God, man. Have y'all ever looked at a man's package? You don't even look at his face. You just looking at the package, just seeing what's going on in them pants. Like, genuine. In them jeans, baby girl, is there any room for me? In them jeans, okay? Ooh. Y'all know about them gray shorts, them gray jogging pants, how that thing just be thangin'. All right, hey. Nice view. Oh my God. Balls and more balls and more balls. Catherine, you know I love that. You know I love that, Catherine. Woo, girl, I love it. I love it so much. Okay. I know that's right, Kavan. A new kind of palate cleanser, Gigi. Yes. So, it was all cool with him or whatever. Was no big old thing. With my mom, that's something different. Cause she always had me in the church. She always had me going to church camps. And I guess she really thought that church was really gonna do something. And I think I was performing really well. Like I was really, saved and sanctified. And when people want to believe something, they're going to believe it. Truth never matters. Facts never matters. You could be whatever you want to be, but if people don't believe that to be you, then whatever they believe, that's what they're going to hold on to. That's what they're going to hope for. No matter all this, it don't matter. None of that shit matter. People want to hold on to what they want to hold on to. So when you pacify that and you pander to that, and then you decide to stop pandering to that shit, it's a shock. It's a shock. Like, hold up, what? Woo, man, woo. Thank you, Catherine. She said it's nothing wrong with watching them balls and all, Gigi. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But I don't look at balls anymore. That's when I was younger. But now I really don't be looking at balls and stuff anymore. I just let the men look at me. Hell. They looking at me. They sizing me up and down, child. Okay. I love to be the main attraction. Okay. So I really don't look. I don't look at men anymore. I just allow them to, you know, adore me. But I never look at them anymore. In the past, I used to look at them because they didn't notice me. But now they notice me, so I can't look at them anymore. Isn't that odd how that is? If I look at a guy like that, I'm gonna come off as desperate, and that dick is gonna get hard, and then he's gonna make a move real fast in a hurry. So I can't look at men anymore. Things have changed, baby. Okay. How about Quisha doing? She's doing good. I definitely want to get more active with her. I know I got a lot going on. But she's doing good. You know, I love acting crazy, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, y'all. Any other questions about what's going on in these streets? Or what's up? Or any other questions, y'all? I enjoyed y'all, and I just want to say I thank y'all for hanging with me and being with me. Have y'all updated your iPhone yet? You guys know the iPhone 17 is coming out. Have y'all updated your iPhone? I will tell you with my phones, I cannot stand when it takes too. I need to get better internet. I feel like my internet is slow. I just feel like in 2025, when I type something on a computer, it should just go real fast. It's sad. I felt like I don't know what's wrong, but I feel like my internet is not going fast enough. When I click on shit, it's just not going fast enough. I don't know what's going on. But I have to update my iPhones because I got an older iPhone, and it's just about that damn time. Thank you, Robert. Have y'all updated your iPhone? What y'all got going on? Okay. What do y'all got going on? Let me see what else. MAGA is loving this. The soldiers have no mission because they have no leader. When all this is over, we will still be asking about the Epstein files. Like I said, y'all not getting no Epstein files. Y'all can just throw that away. Do y'all want me to tell y'all a rumor I heard? I don't know how true it is. It did come from a liberal, but I don't know. All right, so let me tell you the truth I heard, or the rumor I heard. So they said that Epstein files, Trump is going to reduce, because you guys know, I think in Florida, that you can be 14 and work. Y'all already know they're allowing kids to work now, right? And you can work overnight. Press one if you already know they set the rules where kids can work to midnight, even in high school. They can work long hours, at 14, 13 years old. They already have that in place. So now for a 14-year-old, they are going to charge them as an adult in DC. That's the start. They're going to continue on. So they said the next play is going to be sex, where that 13 or 14-year-olds is going to be legal to sleep with, grown men. Okay. And that is what they're going to push in the future. And they want to push where young girls, 13, 14-year-old girls, are getting married and having a lot of kids. They want to push young girls to have more kids and think about marriage versus education and versus independence. So that is what they're pushing. And also, when they flip that law, Trump or certain people like Trump, they cannot be penalized for messing with 13, 14-year-old girls. You understand? So that's what I heard from a birdie. I don't know how true that is, but they said that's what's coming insane. Yeah. But Kavine, to me, is not surprising because if you look in our history, they used to allow 13-year-olds to marry and 12-year-olds to marry grown men in America and all over, especially Muslim countries. So this is nothing new. So that's what they're going to be pushing for and taking away women's right to vote. So that's what I heard. I don't know how true it is, but that's what it is. Uh-huh. All right. Well, I hope for a miracle. I hope that, the Democrats, they get together and they really take back or they do something. I don't know, child. All I just pray for the best and just prepare for the worst. Pray for the best and prepare for the worst, girl. Ain't that it? That is it. All right, well, I'm going to get on out of here. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for listening to me. And I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, good night. Make sure y'all like my video.